Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and the bedroom floor. So today I want to talk about something that I get asked all the time whenever I post videos. So as you guys know, on this channel I upload, yes, a lot of flexibility follow-alongs and tutorials, but I also upload a lot of aerial silks tutorials and how-to videos, and I've had one aerial hoop video as well. So a lot of times when I upload training videos into my shorts or when I upload the full-length tutorials in my main feed, I get a lot of questions about what equipment I'm using, where I purchased it, where to get it. And since I now have an Amazon storefront and it's almost Black Friday as of the time I'm posting this video, I thought we would get into the equipment that I train with from Amazon. Now, yes, if you are listening to a professional aerialist, a lot of them will be like, Amazon? You can't get your equipment from Amazon. That is not safe. And while I agree with them for performing purposes or for working on things high up in the air, hanging silks or hoop high up in the air, you're not going to want to get your stuff through Amazon. You're going to want to go through a company that specializes in aerial equipment. A place I use for my performance silks and hoop is a place called Aerial Essentials. I will include the link to them down below. But for things like conditioning at home, working out little sequences, and training close to the ground, Amazon has some great tools, and I'm going to talk about the three most popular ones I get asked about. So the first thing I get asked about is the Lyra that I have at home. This is my pink Lyra, which, just so you know, it's not actually pink. It is wrapped in pink hockey tape. It is a Lyra by Runner Deer. So right now, this particular Lyra retails for $179. I purchased it for something like that, but the reason I chose to buy this one off of Amazon as opposed to a professional handcrafted one from a better company is because I have Amazon rewards points and I want to use them. And this was just for home practice. So I purchased this Lyra and I've had it for 4 years now and it has been amazing. Now, I would never, ever use this Lyra in a performance situation, but for all my conditioning at home, it is so useful. So first of all, things that aren't quite up to par about this Lyra and why I wouldn't trust it in a professional setting. It's a little thicker than most Lyras I've used in the past at the various studios I've trained at. So I'm not sure of the exact width, but I definitely feel like I'm holding on to a lot more. Also, the span set it came with is not the best. I've since gotten a newer span set from a friend from a more reliable company. And also, this Lyra doesn't, I don't know if it's the weight, what it is. This Lyra doesn't spin quite like other Lyras have spun. So I don't know. The feel is just a little bit off. But again, for practicing little hoop tricks, not too far from the ground, it's been so useful. I'm afraid of heights, and especially things to work on the span set above the hoop. Being able to use this Lyra at home to practice close to the ground has been so helpful. This is the 35-inch one, which is a little tight for me. If I could go back in time, rewind the clock, I would have gotten a 37-inch. I'm 5'5", and I just, especially because I have long hair, when I do my skin the cat through the center, my hair tends to get stuck and I have to kind of nod my head side to side to get out of it. But overall, this has been great to use at home. Next up, I get asked where I get my silks. So I train with two different silks. One is purple, and that brand is no longer available on Amazon. But the other one is Active Aerial Silks Starter Kit. And again, I will include the link in my storefront, and I do get a small commission when you purchase, so I really appreciate it. But these silks are about 11 feet long, so right away, you know you cannot use them to perform unless you are performing in a basement. If that's the case, perform away, because honestly, at this point, these silks are 3.5 years old for me, and not a rip, not a tear, and I use them all the time, especially in the summer. I drag them through dirt in my backyard. They've been caught on twigs, branches, and there's not a stain on them. There's not a scratch on them. These silks are awesome. They also come with a rescue aid, which you need to knot the silks up at the top, 2 carabiners, 2 extension straps, 2 slings, and 1 swivel. The swivel is the thing that makes it turn around. The only thing I really use is the 2 carabiners and the 1 swivel. And I'm looking at the product now, and it looks like its exact measurement is 11 yards long. So again, you can't perform on this, but you know what you can do? You can condition, you can work on tricks that don't need height. And these silks are beautiful. I've been able to film so much content using them. They feel good in my hands, unlike the hoop, which feels a little weird. And I can't tell you how much they've come through for me when I'm trying to work out little parts of a sequence for my classes, and especially when I can't get to class. It's just amazing to have access to these in my backyard, which brings me to the next thing. You have to have a place to hang these, and this is where I have so many cringy internet conversations, because a lot of people see me working on this and they go, I don't have room for a rig. Like, there's a hook in my ceiling. Can I just rig my silks or my hoop there? No, you guys, no, absolutely not. 0. If you had a beam in your home, maybe. I would even want to make sure that was tested by someone who knows what they're talking about. There are professional riggers. Of course, they cost a lot of money, but I wouldn't trust a homemade anything, which is why I have this aerial rig. Now, the one I use was a gift, and it's from many, many years ago. So I looked up one on Amazon that is very similar, that's gotten very good reviews, and I'm going to tell you about it. So the one I'm looking at on Amazon that is also in my storefront is by Uplift Active, and it's a very similar style to the one I own. And again, these are made more for yogis, for aerial yoga style stuff. You couldn't ever practice any sort of drops in them. Not that you would have the height, but when you do a drop on the silks or on the hoop, your weight increases as you drop. So I would never work on anything like that on this, but for conditioning, for doing pull-ups, for your sequences, this is gonna be so useful. You can rig your silks from this, you can rig your hoop from this. It'll hold you without breaking down, and that's what I recommend. Also, if you don't have the room in your home to hold this comfortably, or if you don't feel like keeping it up in your backyard regularly, they are easy to put up and take down. So you can just whip it out for when you want to train, and then otherwise your home will be clutter-free. Those are the 3 main aerial tools that I'm asked about all the time. Did you have any other questions about anything else you've seen me using in any of my videos? Because I'd love to answer them. Also, I would love it if you could please hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on. The notification bell lets you know every time I post. I was trying to post regularly. It's been a little hard lately, been a little busy, but I will try and get back to it as soon as possible. Also, if you ever have any requests for flexibility or aerial tutorials, videos, or just chats like this, please let me know that as well in the comments. All right, that's all for today. Until the next time, please have a fit and fabulous day. Bye-bye.